Hello everybody, my name is Kenny, and in this video I'm going to be talking about retainers and what they can do for you in the game. Retainers are very important in this game because using retainers will allow you to have access to selling items on the market board, having a banking system, as well as potential ways to make money hourly or even daily. Basically, you don't have to do anything. You just have to send your retainers off of missions and they will come back with loot that you can either sell or use for yourself. So they're quite useful when you're just not playing. They'll be active throughout the day. The reason why I decided to make a video just about retainers is because the game doesn't explicitly tell you about retainers. You only unlock it after you do a specific MSQ, and even then it doesn't directly tell you to go to an NPC to even unlock it. It just tells you as one of the rewards that you've unlocked retainers. But if it's your first time playing the game, you have no idea what retainers are, and usually there is like a little quest tool tip that will tell you what it is about. If you do listen to it and you do read about it, then it does give you a brief explanation of what it is. But in this video, I'm going to go even further in explaining what it does and what they do. So my goal in this video is to be able to give you an insight about what retainers can actually do, as well as an additional feature that they have that is not explicitly told to you, and you have to actively look for it through a quest line, and it's called venturing, which is short for adventuring. So it's a very nice way to just make money while not even playing the game, because they'll actively do something while you're not even playing. What are retainers? Retainers are going to be the NPCs that act as your banking system for items and gil, plus storing items. You unlock retainers by completing the MSQ, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You will come across this questline as you work through your MSQ, and if you aren't sure what I mean by the MSQ, please check out this video where I talk about the different types of icon that you will encounter during your playthrough. Once you complete the MSQ, you will have to travel to any of the three major cities, Limsa Lominsa, Gridania, or Ul'dah, to find a retainer vocate NPC to finally hire your 2 retainers. You can hire up to 10 retainers, so 8 additional retainers, but I will talk about that more later in this video. You can customize your retainer just like you did with creating your own character. Naming the retainers will appear not just to you, but also to everyone else in the game on the market board when you sell items using that retainer. So make sure you give it a great name like Notice Me Senpai or One Punch Man. Once you've officially hired your retainer, you can now access them by finding a summoning bell. They are scattered around the major cities, and if you have a free company housing or you have an apartment, there's generally a summoning bell in that area as well. Each retainer will allow you to store up to 175 items and up to 9,999 of every crafting crystal. There isn't really any reason to store gil, but any items sold by the retainer will be stored on that retainer. Retainers can sell up to 20 items on the market board at a single time. This is the only way to start selling items to other players. Unfortunately, if you are on the trial account, you will not be able to access the market board or sell items until you purchase the game. So like I mentioned before, by default you are given 2 retainers, but you can purchase more retainers in the MOG station. For every additional retainer, it will cost $2 per retainer every month. Even though I do pay for additional retainers, it is not necessarily needed for the game. If it's your first time playing, or even if you're like level 80 and further, there's really no reason to have more than 2 retainers, because most likely you're not going to have enough items to fill up all of those spaces for the storage. So unless you're okay with financial purposes, then go for it if you want more retainers, but it's not necessarily needed. So don't feel like you need to just because you see my screen having like 9 retainers. It's just something that I like to do because I love this game. So yeah. What are ventures? Ventures are missions that you send your retainers onto. You can assign your retainer a job from a list of ones your character has already unlocked, and they can become that job to gather materials, gear, dyes, glamour, minions, etc. You unlock ventures once you've unlocked the retainer and talk to a specific NPC in any of the 3 major cities. The NPC that you're looking for in any of the 3 major cities is going to be called the Troubled Adventurer, and he will be carrying a quest called an Ill-Conceived Venture. Once you've completed the quest, you can now assign your retainer to a job at any summoning bell. Like I mentioned before, you can assign them to a job that you have already unlocked. So if you have a warrior unlocked but not a monk, your retainer can only be a warrior, not a monk. A side note though, your retainer cannot out-level your actual job level. Meaning if you are level 60 as a warrior, your warrior retainer will stop at level 60 until you continue leveling the warrior job. To send your retainers on ventures, you will need to pay a venture coin. It is the only currency that you will be required to have in order to send your retainers on missions. Venture coins can be obtained through various methods, but the most consistent way for me is expert deliveries to your brand company. You can convert your blues and greens to your guild company personal officer to obtain company seals, which you can then trade to your quartermaster for venture coins. Other methods are some lev quests and beast tribes, but buying them from the guild company vendor for 200 guild company seals is the best way. If you don't have expert deliveries unlocked yet, you can do leveling roulettes, guild companies hunt logs, fates, and guild company leave quests to obtain brand company seals. There are a total of 3 options to send on ventures. Each one will reward differently and also will either take shorter or longer to complete. The 3 options for ventures will also vary in experience. Leveling the retainer is quite important to unlock higher level rewards. You can receive minions only from ventures. They are very tied to specific types of ventures as well, so you can only get fat cats from fishing ventures past level 50. I will link down below a website that tells you all the different types of minions found from venture missions. As you can see in this website, some minions are found only by a DPS job retainer mission, whereas some other ones are found by gatherer job retainer missions. So depending on which minion you are looking for, you definitely want to choose the right job for your retainer. You can receive venture coffers, which will reward you a random rare die that you can either sell on the market board or use for yourself as a glamour die. You can receive rare glamour gear that you can also sell or wear for glamour. One important thing is if you assign your retainer as a disciple of war job, they will be able to retrieve materials that you normally would get from killing mobs. This works as well if you assign any of your retainers as a disciple of the land. You can retrieve items that you would normally get from gathering them in the world. So you can act as an hourly item getter while you do other things. Alright, that wraps up today's video about retainers and what they can do. Without retainers, you wouldn't be able to sell items on the market board, so then you wouldn't be able to make money off of other players, or you won't even be able to sell items that you find. In this game, it's not like in World of Warcraft where you can just open trade and sell items. You probably could, but it's not very common in this game. In this game, everything basically goes through market board, and within your own data center, you can actually travel to different servers and find items that they're selling that you can buy yourself. So let's say, for example, I'm looking for a specific item, but on my server they're only 3,000 gil. But if I go to a different server on my data center and somebody's selling it for 2,500 instead. So you can window shop, or you can go market board shopping from different servers to look for the lowest price if you're really stingy about your gil. That gives you an insight that if whatever item you do end up selling on the market board will be sold. Just don't be the people who undercut by like thousands. If you undercut by like 1 gil, that's fine. I mean, that's how you get your item listed on the top. But if you're the type of person who undercuts by like 1,000 or even 10,000, and the rest of them is like only 1 gil of difference, stop it. Just stop it. No.
You fuckers.
Don't do it. Only 1 gil. If you're the type, if I catch you doing 10,000 or more, I will find you.
You fuckers.
Okay? Stop it. I hate those people.
You motherfucker, I will rain hellfire upon you.
So annoying. Just crashes the market for no reason. All right, I'll calm down. I'm calming down. Calm down. With that being said, I hope this video helped you out. I hope the retainers and the venture gives you a little insight of what you can do in the game and what other features there are in the game for you. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I upload a video every week, once a week at least, and I do stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Kenhie. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.